Hello everyone and welcome to Driver's Therapy. This is the Honda S800 update number 13 and I'm super pumped up. So we have a lot of great updates, but I'm really excited about this particular one. This is the valve cover for the Honda S800 and we have done a lot of great stuff to it. So let's go ahead and look at it. All right, this is the valve cover for the Honda S800, and I got it in the condition that it would be in from the 1960s, but I sent it off to the machine shop that I've been using called ASF Machine here in Grand Junction, and what they did is they cleaned it up, fixed some imperfections, and they vapor blasted it. So this looks absolutely great. But when they gave it back to me, they said, you don't want to leave the outside as a bare aluminum because over time it could oxidate and it could just wear. And that's just not good to leave bare aluminum like that, especially something that's going to be in an engine bay. So I stopped at Pro Coating and I talked to him about something that I wanted to do. I've always been a big fan of the red valve covers like in the Type Rs, and we found the correct color and we did this wrinkle Type R red on it, and I think it looks awesome because if you really think about it, Honda wasn't doing wrinkle red valve covers in the 60s because these were its very first cars. So it's really neat to bring this over to the 60s and give it that look from the future that Honda was going to be doing later on. Now I did go a little extra further and I had this plate powder coated as well. I don't know if the camera could catch it, but this is not black. It's kind of a brown bronze, a dark one. And the whole look for it is we're gonna have gold hardware all around this. So you're gonna have three colors. You're gonna have the wrinkle red, the dark bronze, blackish color, but then you're gonna have the gold, which is gonna stand out and it's gonna look really great. So this is really exciting and I love how this came out. Okay everyone, if you follow along, we recently paint corrected the fender. That's when we put the two emblems on. And this time around, I'm doing the door and the rear quarter panel. So essentially, once we do that, we're gonna ceramic coat it. And Elise is also going to be applying that red vinyl to cover up where it got damaged during transportation with that packing tape. All right, let's get started. Okay, and Elise is applying the ceramic coat, and this is going to give us that layer that we want, especially with this paint job, which I really think they didn't put a clear coat on it. So we're going to be doing the ceramic coat and also a layer of the G-Technic EXO, which is a hard coat. So this should be really, really nice. So Elise has put it on and then she waits. If you guys have never applied ceramic coat, it's really not that hard. You just have to know your weather and your conditions. And essentially, once you see the ceramic coat start to spread out, you need to wipe it off. And sometimes that's a minute or two. Depending on the weather, it can even be less. But you essentially have to wipe it off and then you're done. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do, which is not an update, we're gonna do it with you, is we're gonna put the hood prop. Now, you're thinking, hood prop's pretty easy to put on. Well, actually, this is a little more intricate than you would assume. So I have about, I would say 75% of the parts. I have the hood prop, we have the bottom end with the cotter pin, and then we have another cotter pin right here, but it looks like we're missing a little spring. I'm pretty sure I will find it later on. But if I could use this hood prop right now instead of using the rake that I've been using, that would be good. All right, so let's see if we could show you because Elise has to hold the hood for me while she's filming. So let's go ahead and put this on. All right. So the spring would go somewhere there, but in the meantime, we're just gonna put that there, but I'm definitely gonna put the cotter pin in. Because we want that cotter pin in. All right, and then we're gonna lower this down a little bit. Look at that, we're doing it together, Lisa and I. Ugh. All right, putting on this hood prop was a lot harder than I thought because it kind of exposed that we needed to align the hood. We had to redo the bolts. This took a while, but I want to show you something. Are you ready, guys? If you've been watching since we've gotten the car, you will know this is a big deal. Watch this. But wait. Ta-da! And look at that hood latch, guys. Now, we found out what that spring is for. So the spring is for whenever, instead of you having to come up and lift it up, it does it for you. But we got the hood prop in there, and look at this, guys. Oh, man. And that's a wrap. Woohoo! And I want to leave you guys with a cliffhanger because all good movies and shows do that. So essentially, Ronnie Lucas from the Netherlands, who sold me the car, sent me another package. And look what we just got, guys. We just got our door latches. And this is exciting. I cannot wait to install these. On the topic of latches, this is the door handle. Of course, the locking mechanism is going to be connecting to the door handle. But essentially, if you look at this isn't how this came to me. This is powder coated, and this is called chrome for powder coating. And essentially, when they powder coat it, it looks a little more chrome, but they put a clear over it, and it looks more of like a gunmetal or like aluminum. Let me show you something we got chromed. So we got this piece chromed right here, and of course it's super shiny, but believe it or not, I'm not sure if I'm talking to the wrong people, but getting stuff chromed is super, super expensive. Like when we got those pieces done for the headlights, it was about $400, and it wasn't a lot of pieces. So I knew if I wanted to get this door handle re-chromed, it was gonna cost me a lot. But to do this, it cost me, I think, like 30 or 40 bucks. And I think for both of them, I have to look at my receipt. But essentially, I like this because it not only is it clear coated, but it's powder coated, and I think it still looks the same. And I'm trying to keep a budget because if I chromed everything that needed to be chromed, it would cost so much money. But essentially, I thought this was really neat because this is as chrome as you could get with powder coating. Like this is as far as they could go to replicating. Of course, it really doesn't look like it, but I really think they should switch their name to aluminum for this one. So you guys make sure you stay tuned in the next update, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. You guys take care, and we will see you soon.